Well, hello, it's Billy again. It's been a while since I've been on, but I don't think that YouTube and Facebook were very appreciative of my opinions of the latest election. But I've got some other stuff I'd like to talk about. It's not controversial, I don't think. Uh, you may remember that I got a brand new RV back in the end of 2019. 328 RL. It's a 38-foot pull-behind trailer from Keystone. And while we were here, it developed a water leak. And as soon as I got back to my home, we took it to Camping World. And I'd heard so much stuff that on the internet, there's so many things that are talked about and bad about Camping World. Well, I'll tell you what, I think they're just about like everybody else in the world. It depends on who you're talking to and how good the people are, as how well their installation works and what they do. Well, we went to Tyler, Texas, and I want you to know that Camping World treated me very well. They took my camper, they investigated the water leak, they think they found out what it was, they tried to help it, but they were totally incapable because they didn't have the stuff to do it. So they sent it to Keystone, the factory in Indiana. And they took the floor off of it. Now, from what I understand, they have to take the body off of that floor and put a whole new floor down and then put the body back on it. I don't know really what they had to do, but they did a good job, except for two major things. First off, the color of the floor they put in it was a 2021 or a 2020 model, not the 2019 model that we bought. So that was very upsetting. My wife person did not like it, guaranteed. The slide in the kitchen, the big slide in the kitchen side of the RV, there's a little strip about 6 inches wide on it. Wasn't even replaced. So that makes the floor look kind of strange. And our first camping trip in it, we found out that the back end wasn't properly done. There's a gap back there where the air came up and under the sofa in the back, and it just wasn't done. So here we go to Keystone again, and they said, okay, we'll fix it. And by that time, I'd found a closer representative for the Keystone to fix it. And so anyway, we took it up there. It's Crestview RV in Waco, Texas. And I tell you what, those people are good folks. They did a fine job. They made the repair. You can't even tell it wasn't factory done. It looks excellent. And the factory sent them the little strip to go on the slide. Looks great. Can't tell the difference, except that that floor doesn't belong in that RV because it's a year earlier. I have no problem with it, though. Keystone and Camping World and Crestview, 3 different entities now, worked on that RV. I guess the major malfunction with the thing is guess what? That thing went to Indiana to the factory just before COVID hit. So guess what? All through COVID, they couldn't work on it. So I waited and waited, and we waited and waited for the camper to come back to us. And then we found out about the problems it had. Now, think about it. This was quite a few months after they thought they had it fixed, when we had to have it refixed. No complaints out of them, no complaints at all. Keystone jumped right in there, gave them the stuff to do it with, paid for it at Crestview to get it finished. I'm just so tickled I can't tell you. Keystone did me right on that. You can't say they didn't. Crestview did an excellent job. I'm happy with my RV again, and we're here in the middle of nowhere again, and I'm very happy. Glad to get out. COVID's easing up a little bit, so maybe I can stay out a while and have a good time. But I just wanted to jump back in here and tell everyone that don't be hesitant about getting an RV as long as you can trust the people you get it from, and that don't take anybody else's word. Before you buy a $50,000 RV, get to know the people you're talking to. Don't go to just one fella down on the corner and say, hey, let me have an RV. Shop around and find somebody you can deal with that you trust. And these big companies, I think they'll take care of you. I ain't going to swear to it. Can't make no promises, of course. But don't be afraid to get out there and get yourself an RV if you want one. The ability to sleep in your own bed at night, to go where you want to go, to stop where you want to stop, and do what you want to do, that freedom is still there in the RV industry. So, take care. I'm gone.